1966 Gilbern 1800 GT. A rare little car, this one. Obviously it's an MGB GT running gear engine, 4-speed box with Euro drive. Very, very pretty little car, this. Very usable, come from a very good vendor of ours. It's basically daily driven this car since he's owned it. So bodywork wise, we're going to start off at the bonnet, work our way around the bodywork into the interior, and then we'll do an engine start up. Across the roof there's a few little bits and pieces in the paint, the odd little mark here in the paintwork itself, a few little bird poo marks on the roof. So you can see the little bits and pieces in the paint, a little bit of discoloration there, and little bits and pieces in the paintwork itself. Very, very usual, this one. Across the scuttle there, got a little bit of a crack there, and a few marks across the scuttle. It is fiberglass, remember, so what you see with the fiberglass is what you sort of get. You're not taking paint off to find big rusty holes. A few little cracks across the scuttle. As you come down the bonnet on the right hand side, is all okay. Up the middle section here again, a few little cracks in the paint on both sides of the little scoop there. As you come down the left hand side, across the wing top, all nice and straight, but again a few little cracks in the paint itself and a few little bits of bubbling in the paint as well. A little bit here on the wing, you can see that sort of paint lift more than anything. Headlights are nice and clear on both sides. So the driving lamps, indicators and the side lights there are all nice. The grille, all nice and straight, no dings or dents in the grille. Front bumper, again the chrome work, very, very shiny on this one. No major pitting at all on the chrome work. A few stone chips down that lower half here as well. As we work our way up the driver's wing, across the wing top again, you've got a few bits of bubbling underneath the paint there on the wing top. As you come down the wing, nice and straight around the wheel arch. Obviously there's not going to be any corrosion there at all. A little bit of a mark on the front on the right hand side, and again a few more stone chips. It wants a bit of paint work, this one, but as it is, very, very usable, lovely and straight. On the wires all around, painted wires all around there with the chrome knockoffs. Lovely and tidy down the driver's side. Again, a few little bits underneath the seal there, like sort of paint shrink, and a few little bits in the paint again. Down the door, the odd little stone chip and mark here and there. The rest of the door is all alright. Wing mirrors nice and tidy. All the window surrounds are good. Have a look at the roof from the right hand side. Like I say, there's a few little bubbles and bits and pieces in the paint there. Polish is up nice, this one. As you come down the rear quarter, again, we've got no corrosion to worry about with it being fiberglass. I will repeat myself a couple of times on that. Around the arch, nice and tidy, that lovely rear quarter. It's got so many good lines to it, this. Lovely and tidy there. As you come down the body line, again, a few little bubbles in the paint here and there around the fuel cap. You'll just see that in the right light. A few little sort of paint reactions there. And again, across the rear scuttle, little cracks and little bubbles here and there. As you come down the rear end, the light lenses are all nice and clear on both sides. A little bit of pitting to the chrome surrounds, but not really anything to really scream about. And again, a little bit of pitting to the boot number plate light and the hinges, but nice and straight across that boot there, all nice and tidy down the gaps. Chrome on the back's lovely and shiny. There's a few little dings on it. Very, very presentable though, like I keep saying. That lovely big circular back window. So many good lines, this. Sort of like a little Aston Martin. As we come down the left hand side, nice and tidy across the tops of the swage. All nice and straight across here. Again, a few little marks and little bubbles in the paintwork itself. Down that lovely swooping rear quarter, nice and tidy on the back end there. A little bit of crack here in the paint on the left hand rear quarter, and a few little bits of bubbling here and there. But like I say, with it being fiberglass, fairly rectifiable, and it's not going to empty the wallet, that's for sure. Nice and tidy across the left hand door, across the lower half, all the gaps are good. Door shuts are all nice, and again, a few little scratches and cracks in the paintwork there. Around the handle's all okay. A little bit of wear to it, but it's sort of the right for the year and the mileage of the car and the age. With it being 1966, it is tax and MOT exempt as well. Nice and tidy down the lower half here. As we come round the passenger wheel arch on the front again, few little stone chips down the bottom half there. I believe it's damask red, this one, because it is an MGB colour as well. Interior wise, nice and clean and tidy in here. A lovely place to be. Door card's lovely, no clips hanging off, no rips or tears. The seat itself is showing a little bit of wear, but no rips or tears. It's lovely and soft. It's not going to crack when you sit on it. No unwanted marks there at all. Black carpet sets nice throughout. The back seats there again, it's like individual seats, which are lovely and a lot more usable than the equivalent MGB GT, because you can actually sort of fit in there. Headlining's lovely and tidy. No dirty marks or staining on the headlining. Smells nice and fresh in here as well. As we come across the dashboard, no rips or tears or cracks in the dashboard itself. Glove box lovely. Centre console's nice with the original radio blanker. All these lovely toggle switches there. Dials are very clear and easy to read. You'll notice them for an MG as well. Like I say, it's a 4-speed with the overdrive on the toggle switch here. Aftermarket gear stick. The tunnel, centre console and tunnel is lovely as well. Nice steering wheel on there. Also, just a nice place to be, that. Into the boot now, you'll see we've got a 5th wire wheel in there. And a few little tools wrapped up in a little cloth there. All nice and usable in there. Into the left-hand side, again, door card, lovely and tidy, not hanging off anywhere. Nice and straight. The passenger seat itself showing again minimal wear to the passenger seat. Lovely and tidy in there. Black carpet set again is really unmarked. Ready to be enjoyed, this one. Very, very usable car. And like I say, they don't come up for sale very often. And it is the, with it being a 1966, this is the 3 bearing crank engine. With it being the older one, I know some people don't even mind what that means, but it's nice to know these facts, that it is the 3 bearing crank engine on this. Like I say, it's the 4-speed with the overdrive, and I have driven this car and it is absolutely joyous. It's a lovely, lovely place to be. James is going to fire it up. Mechanically, this one is on the button for us. No unwanted noises there, firing straight up. We've got an oil pressure gauge, which is going to take a second. Mechanically, this one is absolutely on the button. Sounds lovely as well. Little bit of a rev there, James. A lovely note to it. The oil pressure is absolutely spot on. And there you have it. The 1966 Gilbern 1800 GT. It's sort of one of those situations where it's definitely find another one. We haven't seen any sell for a while. Very, very pretty car.